cool. So welcome to our DD talk. DD stands for dual degree. And I just wanted to have the first question here. Who knows what dual degree means already? You know? Could you tell us?
Isn't dual degree something that is a collaborative degree where you earn a separate degree within each university, and you're gonna spend your 4 years in two of them?
Okay, so 2 degrees, 2 universities in 4 years, right? That's basically the idea of it. And today, usually I tell students that this is a degree that is more than a degree, a learning journey that's more than a learning journey because they're basically double. 2 learning journeys, 2 worlds of education, and 2 degrees in 4 years. And I think that's just important for all of us to know that it was born for a reason. Many students ask me, what's the point of having a dual degree program? And what's the point of having a 2 degree scroll while the amount of work that you studied and you did would only be 4 years, right? Why don't I do 8 years, for example? And well, so the first answer usually I tell students is that why not? Because if you take this opportunity, you experience two different perspectives of education, and the degree is also different. You are not necessarily going to get 2 same degrees at the same time, but a lot of time 2 different degrees. We have a lot of partnerships with other top universities in the world for dual degrees, but today we're zooming in our dual degree with Sciences Po. And my name is Chung. I'm from the admissions office. So in the next few tens of minutes, I'm going to walk you through a little bit of HKU introduction, as you've already known, so I can just walk through it very quickly. And we will have our student Adam here. He's going to be sharing his learning journey with you. And there's nothing better than, hearing firsthand experience from a student instead of me, right? And later, Sciences will also have a sharing that I'm going to show you, and we'll also open to Q&A later. So you've already known that HKU is ranked #1 in Hong Kong, second in Asia, and now 11th in the world. It is a commitment to excellence that we've been pushing forward to over the past few years. As you can see, ranking of HKU continuously climbing up the ladder, and it's all, apart from the effort of the whole university professors, largely it's also coming from students too. This is just to share with you. I know a lot of you now are, calculating in your head, how much will I make after graduation? And this is not a promise, okay? This is statistics. This is real number. And in the coming years, it can be more, it can be less, who knows? But it really depends on the collective quality of HKU student in general. And you could imagine that as HKU students graduating from a 4-year program here, you already have a lot of advantages. But if you are a student in a dual degree program, that means opportunities doubled. You have wider, horizons out there, not only in this region, but also in the other part of the world. So at HKU-Sciences dual degree program, you are going to spend the first 2 years at Sciences Po. Who knows where it is? Who know where it is? Yes? And I think that a lot of students in Hong Kong, in China, usually consider European countries for their studies. And imagine now you have the best of both worlds, studying in Hong Kong, best university in Hong Kong, and also one of the best in Asia. And you will also tap into the power and resources of another very good university in Europe. that basically allows you to own your career in both regions, and you do not have to speak French or Chinese to begin with. I know a lot of you, or if not all of you here can speak Chinese already, but you are not required to use Chinese because the medium of instruction is English. Okay, so 2 bachelor's degree you already know. In terms of academic, later our students will be able to share with you more, but basically you can be able to tap into a lot of different majors. On HKU sites only, you can already be able to gain one of the majors from Faculty of Arts, Social Science, and even HKU Business School. That is to say, our degrees can be also flexible for those of you who want to, achieve different goals and also want to choose the majors that you aspire to do. Apart from normal academics components, students are also exposed to a lot of extracurricular activities, opportunities, including internship, experiential learning, etc., etc. Not only at HKU but also at Sciences Po. And the person who will speak best about it would be Adam later. So this is just to give you an idea of options available for you at HKU. This can be also referred to from our website. So if you go onto our website, or if you have the flyer with you now, you can scan it, and you can, and that will direct you to the website, which you will be able to get all of these pieces of information. So if you're into this kind of majors, there will always be a place for you. And please be reminded that our application deadline is 10th March 2026. So note this down, because you will need to submit everything before this date. And you will need to choose dual degree program as your first choice in the application form. So everything will be instructed carefully on the website. Just follow everything on the website, okay? You don't have to look elsewhere for it. Another note is that if you wish to be considered for HKU regulars degrees too, then you will need to submit a separate application to HKU apart from the dual degree application. But you will be submitting applications and send it to different universities anyway, right? So another application doesn't hurt. So how do we review your applications? I think I repeat this multiple times with students that imagine you have like 4.0 GPA, you have a very high IB score, you win that Olympic medal and stuff like that. But if you don't show yourselves as a human being, then it's very difficult for people, for the admissions team to really know about you, because at the end of the day, we don't want to see you as numbers. You are not the numbers themselves. We want to see you as people who have dreams, who aspire to do something, who want to contribute to a good cause, and you have a story to tell. For example, looking at your application, we see a story instead of just numbers. That's the goal. And many of you will be invited for an interview, and in the interview, we want to know more about you as a person. We want to know what really keeps you up at night, what really concerns you, etc. We want to see a real person behind all the numbers and the essays and the personal statement, etc. If you are aligned and consistent with what you show you are in the application, then chances are you'll be able to be admitted to the program. So tuition fee, if you study at HKU, the tuition fee is HKU standard composition fee. And when you transfer to Sciences Po, the tuition fee is according to the standard tuition fee of Sciences Po. And scholarships are available depending on individuals. Okay. When you apply to HKU, when you apply for this program, you are automatically considered for a scholarship. So you don't need to apply for another scholarship application, but you already considered for a scholarship. All right? Housing will be guaranteed for. Doesn't work anymore. So housing will be guaranteed for students in our program. Later, Adam is going to be able to share with you more about housing arrangement for him.
Excuse me. So the first year and the second year is in
Yeah.
so here is first year and the second year in HKU.
First year and second year at Sciences as well, and third and fourth year at HKU. Thanks for pointing that out. And without further ado, let's welcome Adam Chaban.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice to see you all here. So I'm Adam. I'm currently my fourth year the last year of my dual degree journey. It's been great. I'm gonna talk a little bit about my experience. I want to say that it's a very flexible degree. So you could be in different campuses in France. You could be starting from different points, and also, yeah, you can hear me? Yeah. Okay. And also you can study very different degrees in HKU. So I'm gonna talk about my experience, which is not necessarily all the experiences of the students of this degree, and it's not necessarily your experience. It can be very different. So I started year 1 and year 2 going to the city of Le Havre, where is the campus for the Euro-Asia Studies. And in my second year there, I chose my major, which is economy and society. So focusing on classes like economics and sociology. And as a minor, I also choose international trade and finance. So quite a more like economic finance-based degree. And in HKU, I joined the business school as well. So it's one of the choices that you have. And I chose finance as, oh, thank you. Thank you. So I chose finance as my major, which is what I'm currently studying now. So it's a very flexible. As you see, you can be politics, it can be sociology, it can be many things. So as you can see here, it's not very easy because you have a lot of study load. Compared to other students, especially in HKU, you'll have more study load because you have to complete the credit requirements for 2 universities, not only 1. And you have to do it in less time than other people. So you'll have, it's not an easy study program. You'll find yourself like me, pulling all, sometimes, not every time, it's quite healthy, but sometimes you'll have to study late in the night in the library. But it's also very highly rewarding because you're getting exposed to a lot of different opportunities. This is me getting my final certificate from Sciences Po. The campus experience is very nice in both universities, but it's also very, very different. This was me in Le Havre. It's one of the 3 choices that you have under this program. The other campuses that you can choose for Sciences Po, it's Menton in the south of France and Reims in the east, while Le Havre is in the north. The difference between these campuses is the regional concentration that you can study. So for Le Havre is Euro-Asia, but for others are maybe Middle East and Mediterranean, or North America or Africa. And as you can see, this was about maybe a third or half of our whole cohort. So it's a very small campus, and you get to know everyone there very closely. You get to learn a lot from them. Most people that you'll find you're interacting with in Sciences Po, I talk about classmates, but also teachers are from a very interesting background. Sometimes they come from very powerful families, or sometimes from very engaged political families. Sometimes it's really cool. And then when you go to HKU, it's completely different because you are in a very big city with a lot of opportunities, a lot of business going on, internships and stuff like that. So it's also, the campus is much bigger. You can't know everything. You just have a group of friends within the thousands of students that are here. But yeah, so I'm not a very sporty person, but if you're interested about this, like I could myself join a lot of sports club, even despite I was not proficient in any of these. So I will say in Sciences Po it's very open. I joined sailing, badminton, and swimming in Sciences Po. Even though I wasn't that good at them, everyone is willing to welcome you for no additional price, and no one will judge you, no one will select you. You can just join any sports. For Hong Kong, it's a bit more selective, a bit more like they will like force you to be very stressful. But I joined Dragon Boat for a semester, and you can join a lot of different things in your choice. And also I have a lot of social engagement, civic engagement, and internship engagement that the university will lead you to take or help you to take. For example, for Sciences Po, they have these things called civic learning program, which is they want you to be civically engaged. So in the first summer, after your first year, I went back to my hometown in Italy, and I volunteered for a month and a half in this refugee support center. So you can see I'm there like maybe supporting and teaching to refugees that might come to Italy. And then in the second summer, I participated as student ambassador for Sciences Po. I went to the Civica European Week, which is hosted by LSE, to do like a kind of like a diplomat of my school, where we participate in model MUNs and we talk about recent problems in Europe. And also in my first semester in HKU, I interned for Empower You as an Impact Lab intern, which is a program that you can participate in HKU. I also a migrant worker educational platform, where it is very interesting. You can meet a lot of professors, a lot of migrant workers that are studying to better their lives in Hong Kong and beyond. And also my more professional internships. So last summer I was an intern in a DEI program, which is Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in Manulife Manulife, Hong Kong, where I designed a program to better the inclusive culture of the working place. And then I guess they liked me, so they welcomed me back for a 6-month internship. That is what I'm doing now, right now, full-time internship in Asia retirement strategy, where we analyze the different, we analyze and support the business of Manulife investment management in all of the different retirement systems that exist in Asia. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm taking a semester off. I deferred my studies for a semester so that I can take an internship and have some professional experience. So for your applications, it's gonna be on the side of Sciences Po, as he mentioned, and Sciences Po, it's very broad on what they want to see on you. It's very like, don't think about very strict requirements. You have to write and one motivation letter, an essay, and also do an interview. Put all of yourself in it. What I mean is that put your real self. Try to show what you're very, very, very passionate about, like topics, and your very own analytical thinking. They are not looking at your grades that much. I didn't have the best grades in my school. I still got in this very nice program. Try to show that you can read also philosophical or more political books and be able to analyze it with your own mind. Yeah, that's it. So this was my sharing, and yeah.
Stop right there first, because I know that many of you would have questions for Adam, right? So let's open the floor for some questions also. You can ask about application form, his experience in the program, etc. Okay?
Can I start? I'm gonna start with in terms of applying for campuses, right? If you're applying for I know that you could apply for a few different campuses. Then would you, in your application form, write a statement or write your essay for like a specific uni in terms of your interest, or you just write like separate entries or a same entry for like a general entry? What did you personally do, or did you apply for any other campuses as well?
When you are applying for a dual degree, or when you're applying to Sciences Po in general, you have two program or campus choices. The fact is that when you apply for a dual degree, your first is the dual degree with the campus that you apply, and the second is the campus that you applied without the dual degree. So you understand that it's gonna be the same campus if you are applying for a dual degree. If you're a non-dual degree student applying to Sciences Po, you can choose 2 different campuses. But if you're choosing the dual degree, it must be the same campus. One with the dual degree, one without the dual degree. So you are only, as a dual degree, you are demanding the dual degree, you're only allowed to choose one campus. So choose carefully, and yes, you have to explain in your motivation letter why you're interested in that campus. As I told you, campuses have different regional concentration, so don't say I want to go to Le Havre because I want to see Normandy, but rather because I'm interested in Euro-Asia relations. And also, you have to explain why you want a dual degree. Well, yeah, in your motivation letter.
I have a few questions actually, but then, so basically, it's more like I heard that you have to be really honest and authentic in your own interview to be really your true self, and that really reflects to your Sciences Po, like, and you also have to be really like honest with why you want a dual degree instead of just a science Sciences Po program, right? Because you want the international exposure and stuff. Like, what do you personally do? Like, why do you want to do this dual degree instead of a independent Sciences Po degree?
I don't remember exactly my interview or what exactly I said, but yeah, you have to explain why the dual degree is important personally to you. You might better give a more personal reason rather than a good but generic reason. So if this is important to you because you want this dual degree because you have a special connection to France, a special interest in France, or you are particularly interested in topics of politics in Europe, then that's why you will say that you want this dual degree. You can say that you are particularly interested in topics of politics or economics in Europe rather than only in Hong Kong, or the opposite. Like, this can be one of the reasons. But yeah, you have to explain it, and you have to show preferably with real life examples how you're interested. So, for example, for me, I actually came to Hong Kong once for exchange year during my high school. And so that was one of the reasons why I was particularly interested in continuing studying in Hong Kong. I had particularly interested in the economic, financial landscape in Hong Kong. So that's what I explained, and that's what tied me to Hong Kong. But you don't need to have been to that place before. It might be just your own interest, or maybe a book you read, or like you're interested in philosophy from that country specifically. It can be like.
Personally, I'm interested in the mental campus because I'm really interested in Middle East politics. So I could have the connection. I could build my connection with like my interest and the program.
That is a wonderful answer, and I recommend you to use it during your interview. And also, you can say that you want to study there exactly because you're interested in the Middle East, and Sciences Po is the best place to study these topics when you might not have other ways to go directly there, and Sciences Po is the best place.
Anybody has other question before she continues?
Yeah, let's open. Yes. Let's go over here first.
Thank you for sharing. Can you share a bit more on your campus life in Sciences Po, and like some activities you did and some other international students that you met? Thank you.
Yes, so the campus life in Sciences Po, all of the campuses that are available to you are small campuses. I would say Menton and Le Havre are very small. Le Reims is a little bit bigger, but it's still small, around 1,000 students. For Le Havre is 300, and same for Menton. So it's very small. Most of the students in these campuses are international students, around 60% or 70%. So the main languages in the campus that you will feel is English, but there will also be French. And actually you will have to study French if you are admitted to the program during the term in Sciences Po. Even if you don't want to, you will have to. Yeah. And about the activities that you can do, I shared a little bit before, but I want to say also that there is a lot of different societies that since it's very small, it tends to be that all of the students participate in these societies. Like maybe there is 300 students and 200 participate in our society. So you get to do a lot of different things, always with the same people, and it's very interesting. You develop a very close relationship with all of the people around you. You get to know how they think, how they are different from you, also on an ideological level or a personal level. And yeah, what else? I guess there is a lot of opportunities. Since the campus is small, whenever there is an opportunity, it's very easy for you to get that opportunity if it's shared by the school, because there's not much competition, right? There's only 300 students. When there is something in HKU, it's very competitive. Something is out, it goes out in 2 minutes. Everything is full. But there you just go to the academic advisor and say, oh, I would like to do this, and they will just help you because they have nothing like they have to do, but like they can spend more time to care about you specifically. So that's why all the school administration will know all of you personally, and they will know a lot about you, and they will help you if you look for help. They'll be very happy to share a lot of opportunities with you.
In terms of like, I heard that a lot of people do their master's degree in Sciences Po after their like in their program. Do the dual degree students also do that? And how does the master's program work?
Very, very important point, because we haven't touched about this before. But Sciences Po, it's very nice in extending a master offer to everyone who graduates from Sciences Po undergraduate school. So, well, if you are a dual degree, or if you are a normal Sciences Po degree, even for our case, so it's a dual degree, once you graduate, you have direct access to almost all of Sciences Po masters without having to go through an admission process. So you can just register and you'll get inside the masters, and the masters are the most recognized from Sciences Po, with the best teachers. They're world-renowned teachers, and it's a very good thing, especially because the master school is located in the heart of Paris, and so you'll have more chance to explore your career as well, because masters are 2 years long, and at least a semester of these 2 years is dedicated for an internship. And you must know that also in Sciences Po, as I said before, the network is really good, often very high network among your students, among your classmates, which can help you get in a very good place. So it's very valuable, which I'm still considering, because I'm still in the last year of my dual degree. I'm doing an internship. I'm still considering going back for a master's, which is a very good option, or keep working here, which is also a very good option. So any prospects is good for you. Yeah.
In terms of scholarship, like a scholarship the scholarship thing, do you, because you already said that you get like automatic consideration as soon as you apply for the program, right? Does the scholarship also covers the cost within Sciences Po, or is it only within HKU?
Thank you. Scholarships will be considered by individual institution. So if HKU considers that, it will only be for the composition fee from HKU. Doesn't relate to Sciences Po. You will have Sciences Po's scholarship only if they decide to give you that. Okay? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, another one.
Can you share some experience related to accommodation in France? Because I heard that it's a bit difficult for international students to apply for like housing and like French things.
Okay. Well, what you said, it might be true in some places, but it is not in the case of Sciences Po, or not in the case of the campus I went, because actually Sciences Po reserves, there is like a national, there is like a national system of accommodation that is provided for all universities. So there are not Sciences Po specific accommodations, but they're rather managed by the Minister of Education that manages this accommodation. There are a lot of them, and Sciences Po reserves a big number of them for its international students in France. So when you get your offer, you just email Sciences Po, and they will They will literally like respond to email with your accommodation offer. It's very easy to get. It's not as competitive as in Hong Kong. As an international student, it's very easy to get. As a local French student, it's a bit harder. You don't have the priority. As an international student, you have it. And also, most students in Le Havre get accommodation, like this ministerial accommodation, which is actually very inexpensive, because it's quite inexpensive compared to Hong Kong, and also part of, like, a good percentage of the part is reimbursed to you by the French government. For the second year, most people tend to move into apartments because they are actually not expensive at all, unless you are in Paris, and you can have more space and you can live in a good house. Yeah. Which is what I did. Like, I did first year in accommodation, second year I rent a house with my friends. In my campus in Sciences Po, there were around 150 new students each year. So people actually will only stay for year 1 and 2. Even for normal exchange, for normal students in Sciences Po, non-dual degree students, the third year is abroad for everyone. And then after that, there is a master's. So you'll find that there's only people from 2 cohorts every time you go. So it's only 300 students in total. And then there's the other campuses that also are around the same size. So I think every year the cohort of new students for Sciences Po total is around 2,000. Not that much, but yeah. Oh, for the dual degree program, the cohort each year is around 10 students. So it's very small. I don't know what's the number of applicants each year. I have no idea about that, but yeah, the number of students joining the dual degree each year is 10 or 8 or sometimes less. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's hear something from Sciences Po.
Yeah, no worries.
Hello everyone, bonjour. My name is Alexandre Mariani and I work for the International Affairs Office of Sciences Po. I wish I could be with you today for the open house at HKU. I'm in charge of the dual degree between Sciences Po and HKU on the Sciences Po side. Just a few words about this dual degree. I don't know if you have heard about this program. It's one of the top programs that we have, bringing together 2 leading institutions in Europe and in Asia. Sciences Po is one of the top institutions worldwide in social sciences. So when I say social sciences, it's history, law, economics, sociology, international relations, humanities, and so on. And this dual degree brings together students, top students from all countries, not only from France and from Hong Kong or mainland China, but from all over the world. And it's a 4-year program. So it starts in Sciences Po, so first and second year in Sciences Po in France, on one of our campuses. Sciences Po has 7 campuses across France. So the 3 campuses involved in this dual degree are Le Havre in northern France, in Normandy region, facing the Channel and the UK. So that campus is a campus where you can focus on relations between Europe and Asia. The second campus is Reims campus in the Champagne region, not far from Paris, only 40 minutes away from Paris. On that campus you can focus on relations between Europe and North America and relations between Europe and Africa. And then a third campus is Menton in southern France, on the Mediterranean Sea, very close to the Italian border. And on that campus you can focus on relations between Europe and the Middle East. So first and second year in Sciences Po. We only have 1 bachelor's degree actually in Sciences Po, so it's like a liberal arts college. French is not compulsory for being admitted. Maybe some of you can already speak French, maybe you're learning the language, but it's not compulsory for being admitted. It's part of the program. I think it makes sense as a student to learn the language of the country you're going to, so it is part of the program, but it's not a prerequisite for being admitted. And then the whole cohort moves to Hong Kong. So for the 3rd and 4th year on the HKU side, and I'm sure our colleagues in HKU will be able to tell you more about the HKU side of the dual degree. But basically you have the choice among 3 faculties business administration, social sciences, and arts. And it means that from the very first day, you are both a Sciences Po and an HKU student. It's very important, even if you're physically actually in France, if you're physically in Sciences Po, you're already an HKU student, and you will still be an HKU and a Sciences Po student till the very last day of the dual degree. It's very important because dual degrees, it's not the same thing as exchanges. We're talking about a dual degree. It means that credits are transferred from one university to another, and you get both. You're awarded with both degrees at the end of the program if you met the requirements from both institutions. Another thing, maybe another question that maybe you will be able to discuss during the open house is about tuition fees. It's very important to notice that you will not have to pay tuition fees to both institutions. You will only pay tuition fees where you are. So the rule is very simple. For the first and second year in Sciences Po, third and fourth year and on the HKU side. And you will find more information about tuition fees on both websites because the systems are different. Maybe another thing about admissions, about the selection of students. We're looking for top students worldwide, and I'm sure you are one of the students that potentially could be admitted to this program. There is, first of all, an online application like for many other universities, and then there is an interview, a joint interview conducted by Sciences Po and HKU together, and you're given a picture, an image. Actually, you're given two images, and you will be able to choose to pick one of the two, and then to make a presentation about this picture. And then it's 20 minutes questions and answers. It's questions and answers about your motivation for this program, why you choose to do this dual degree, because you could apply for Sciences Po or for HKU only, but why is it interesting for you to apply for this dual degree and to have two degrees that will open many doors to you both in Europe and in Asia. And then questions about what is going on around the world, your interest and motivation for social sciences. I wish you all a very nice open house, and feel free to contact us on the HKU side or the Sciences Po side anytime if you have any questions. And maybe I would say à bientôt. See you soon at Sciences Po. À bientôt à Sciences Po. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, everybody. And since we've already had our questions answered, now it's the end of our talk. If you're interested in our dual degrees with Peking universities, later from 4 p.m., you can come to the Lockyu Hall to attend the dual degree talks with Peking University. All right. See you later, and bye-bye.